G'day folks, I'm Benno. How you going? Welcome to the shed. Well, today I'm going to do a Cyclonic dust collector, which I'm going to hook up to the sandblaster, which is over there somewhere. So what I'm going to use is, I'm just going to use a standard plastic rubbish bin because I couldn't actually get what I wanted, but I may upgrade this later. I can see immediately that there are going to be some problems with this. As soon as I put some negative pressure on this, put a vacuum on it, it's going to want to collapse. So I'm going to have to put a brace on the inside, maybe two braces. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Now, I can see a second difficulty with this as well, and that is that it is just a rubbish bin. Whoops. So the lid doesn't really seal. So I'm going to have to get rid of that lid. I'm going to have to work out something to put around the edges, maybe around the top, maybe some sealing foam or something like that to create an airtight seal. If I don't, it's just going to leak and I'm going to lose vacuum pressure, which is going to help, well, not going to help, but it will defeat the purpose somewhat. Okay, so for the first brace, I've selected this bit of, it's just particle board, MDF. It is 12 mil thick, I think it's 12 mil thick, around about that, 10, 12 mil, yeah, something along those lines. So the first thing I need to do is to mark out a circle. So I'll take a bin and we'll stick it upside down like that on the board. So now with my trusty pencil, I'll just mark the outside of this. So just got to make sure that the bin doesn't move as we're doing it. And there we have it. We have our circle. I've come up with a solution using a piece of old electrical wire, 2 nails, tape measure, and a hammer. So this piece is 290 mil long. No worries, so that gives me plenty of space to work with. And obviously it's not connected to power, so don't use something that's connected to power if you're going to do it like this. But this is just a stopgap. Yep, that's perfect. All right, then, need to nail that in a bit further. That's better. Now I just need to measure 222 on my piece of wire. I need to whack a nail in the centre there. Hopefully I don't hit that other camera. I don't want that to go all the way in. Then all I need to do, keeping tension on it, I've got myself a scribe. There you go. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but I have scribed a line in close to a perfect circle. So we can just discard that now. All right, so I've gone and checked out all my hole saws. I thought about using this one, which is 125 mil, or I use this one, which is 110 mil. I do have an 80 mil. Now I'm wondering whether this is not going to be enough there to retain strength. Now I'm not perfectly set out on this. Okay, first one done. So I just need to get this plug out. Now, I tend to hang on to these cutouts until there's just too many of them. But that could make a part of a wheel or something. Never know. Never know what you're going to need. I'll cut out the other ones. You don't really need to see me doing all of that. The holes are all cut out now. And the next step is really just to cut out the outside shape. I'll do that with the jigsaw. And there we have it. So the next thing to do is see, does it actually fit? I sort of think that looks, get some light in there. Doesn't look too bad. All right, so the next step is to set up the inlet. So that's going to sit around about there. To work that out, the baffle is set in at 150 mil, and I've already measured it up. So I need another 50 mil, 57 mil from the lip. So that is 207 mil, plus I need another 20 mil clearance. So that is 230 millimeters. I'll mark that in. So that's marked. Then we take the trusty drill with the saw in it. That was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. It's only thin. So this should fit snugly in that hole. It does. Couplings, whatever you like to call them. They're going to be set like that. I just need to cut a 60 mil piece to fit into both of those. So to join these things up, it's pretty straightforward. I'm not bothering to clean it. I mean, it doesn't need to be, ugh, it's a bit sticky and horrible. I've got the stuff all over my fingers again. So just liberal coating of glue on the inside of one side. Push it in together, and that one's not coming out. Now I want a clockwise flow of air inside. So do I want the inlet facing up, or that way, or that way? I think facing up. I think that's going to be the best bet. I want the outlet side of the inlet to face slightly down. So let's do that. So that's facing up. I want that facing down. I think that angle will be pretty good, maybe a little bit more. Oh no, it's already stuck. So that's how it's going to be. So I'll pull the baffle out again. Comes out easy enough. That should come in. Okay, so the inlet will sit something like that. And on the inside, let's see it well enough. that should be facing slightly down, about a 45-degree angle. Now fix that in there. I'm just going to glue that with some pretty spectacular silicone that I've found. We'll do that now, and then this side of the job is just about done. So this stuff I'm using is Treme High Tack from Bostik. So I use it for a lot of things actually. It's incredibly strong. It has a very good tack to it, I suppose, or stickiness when you first apply it. So things don't just fall apart because it's not set. So put that in there. Try and get just smear it in. Make sure it actually seals. Because what we don't want is leaks. It defeats our purpose of being able to suck air out of the sandblaster. Now, I'm not sure whether I'm going to seal the inside of it or not. We'll see how well that works. All right, that bit's finished. So the next thing to do is where the suction comes from, I suppose, or the outlet. This lid has a nice little hole in the middle. What I want the air that flows back into this to be as particulate free as it possibly can be. So I suppose the very first thing we've got to do is cut this hole. Now that's a knob. Am I going to be able to? That'll be close. Oh, it is where it is. There we go. Piece is cut. Not really centre, but it'll do. Okay. So if I have, I don't know whether I'm going to have a straight tube coming up or whether I'm going to have one of these 90-degree bends on it. Probably have a 90-degree bend on it actually. Just grab a file and I'll clean that up. Wrong direction for the files. This half round should do the job. What have we got on the inside? There's a few dags on the inside. I don't want to increase the diameter of this hole too much because that'll fuck things up. There we go. So once again, fits in there quite nicely. All right, so one of the problems I did flag at the start of the video, as you may remember, was that it's a rubbish bin. It's not designed to be airtight, and if you can see, it doesn't seal well. So I had a bit of a think about it, and I can make that seal quite reasonably well, I think, just by placing some electrical tape around it to expand the sides so that seals reasonably well. Let's try it. The electrical tape I use is Nitto, and if it's not Nitto, it's not. This is not a paid advertisement or anything. I remember years ago, someone told me that if it's not Nitto, it's not worth using. If it's not Nitto, it's not. Well, quite frankly, the years and years of experience, and I have tried just buying the cheap stuff, they just don't stack up. So if you're going to use electrical tape, spend the extra 50 cents and buy Nitto. Because it is just so much better. Except for that, where it's fallen off. I probably should have cleaned the dust off first, shouldn't I? That doesn't matter. So we can take the Nitto tape back, seal that down, and keep going. If that was just some other El Cheapo brand, it just wouldn't work. So this is going to take a few wraps, I think, a few turns to bring this out to a size where it might actually seal. I expect I might use close to the whole roll of this. I'll get a bit more on and check it and see where we're at. See, it just tears off, a nice straight line. Doesn't stretch and carry on. Just make sure that's got a good grip. Try a lid on it, let's see how it looks. Certainly stopped a lot of the movement. I reckon another 3 wraps, that'll give us a nice tightish seal. So I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm just looking for something that works. If I was making this for, I don't know, maybe to try and sell it on eBay or something like that, I'd make it a lot prettier. I probably wouldn't use a rubbish bin. Ideally, a 20 litre steel drum would do with a removable lid. I was going to try and do this with a 20 litre plastic drum. Now I did do a video when I first tried making one of these quite some time ago. So I've proved the concept works. Slightly different materials I'm using this time. Thing I did find, I used a plastic drum, a 20 litre plastic drum, a plastic bucket. And I did find in hot weather, the body did collapse. That's why I've actually put the baffle in this one, because I know it's going to collapse as soon as I put any negative pressure on it. I suppose the ideal would be some foam strip around the side. You get that black foam strip, you know, door seals and stuff like that. I haven't got it at the moment, so I couldn't be bothered waiting for tomorrow to go and buy some. And I do have a shit ton of Nitto tape. So when I do buy it, I buy it in bulk. I just hate running out and having to run down to a hardware shop or whatever to try and buy, you know, a roll of tape when I need it. Seal that down. Let's try the lid again. I reckon it's probably not really tight enough, but you got the idea. If I need more once I try it, I know, yeah, once I try it, I'll stick more on. I do know that as soon as I put negative pressure on it, that's going to happen. And drag its whole self in. I think I may need to put another brace in down the bottom, but we'll see. Once it's all set and dried, I'll hook it up to a vacuum and see what we get. Once again, the plastic rubbish bin's not ideal, but for, you know, $7. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can always put another brace in lower and it'll be what it'll be. All right, people. Cheers, thanks for watching. Don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment, and don't forget, smack that subscribe button. Makes a big difference. Cheers, bye. I'm back. All right, last thing to do is put a weather seal on the top of this thing, and we should be done. Right, let's see how we go. How much of this do I need? Should be pretty straightforward. If I can get the childproof bit off. There we go. So it's just a sticky back sort of stuff. It's going on pretty easily. So this stuff's just the old cheapo door seal. When you've got a door that doesn't quite seal properly, use this stuff. So hopefully it'll work all right here. I'll just find a knife and I'll cut that off. Make it nice and neat. There we go. Sticky. And that's better. That should create quite a nice seal. Hopefully. Oh well, that's all done. So thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that. Hope you weren't bored to tears. But anyway, if you did like it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a message, tell me you didn't like it. Or tell me you did like it. And don't forget, smack that subscribe button down the bottom. Cheers, catch you later.